All right, real quick, guys. I want to go over this real quick. This is just going to be about 3 or 4 minutes. Talking about GABA again. Once upon a time, I read that GABA helps regulate blood sugar. So let's just see if we can find some evidence about that. Just see what it says here real quick. You know, before I show that, guys, because naturally, when you get older, it's like being diabetic is not. I mean, in my opinion, based on everything I know, it's not necessarily a disease. It's a condition that everybody will end up with as they age if they don't uh, regulate what they putting in their body. It's like these other diseases out here. Like it's just a matter of time before that onset of that comes on. But there are things that you can do to, again, we're just talking about, maintaining yourself, man. We're not talking about, the ultimate finality of what can happen to you. But because we know nothing lasts forever, it's not supposed to. But we're just talking about, maintaining yourself so you can stay out of the hospital and keep yourself in tip-top shape for as long as possible. Okay? Because if you don't have health, you don't have wealth. So let's read this real quick. It says here, gamma aminobutyric acid shows promise for blood sugar regulation, with research suggesting that it can improve insulin sensitivity and glucose tolerance by promoting pancreatic beta cell mass, reducing inflammation, and modulating insulin and glucagon, glucagon levels. It may delay the onset of diabetes and even help restore normal blood glucose levels in some models. While oral GABA doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier, which I disagree with, there are other people who out there, guys, who say the opposite. Studies show it can exert positive effects on peripheral blood mononuclear cells and may be well tolerated with no serious side effects. Okay, well, the whole blood-brain barrier thing, first of all, if it didn't have any effect for the positive, they wouldn't be talking about it in the first place. So the fact that whether it does cross the blood-brain barrier or not, studies show that GABA does help your pancreas. Now, I read an article, guys, a long time ago that talked about GABA helps like regrow your organs, and it does that. When you say regrow your organs, GABA helps regrow your cells, therefore regrowing organs. Okay, I read this, guys. I'm gonna get out of here right now. We're gonna look for that later. But there are a lot of evidence coming out about GABA, guys, and what it's capable of. I told you guys I've been taking it for 16, 17 years. Okay, I think it has had a tremendous effect on my health and vitality. Okay, so this GABA, guys, is very important. But I'm gonna come with y'all later about that whole thing about it regrowing cells. I'm gonna see if I can find some more information about that. But very important, guys. I strongly suggest GABA. And another thing too, I remember it was I was watching this one video. This guy was talking about survival vitamins. Like he was out in the forest, he was talking about survival. He had a backpack, and one of the things he had in his survival pack was GABA. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about this later. I'm gonna get out of here. All right, peace.